Evening, guys. Just going to add this to a few groups. Impromptu channeling tonight, light language activation for the current energies, new moon in Leo, etc., etc. I'll just wait for folks to jump online. Evening, Claudine. If you can hear the sound, can you just let me know before I get going tonight? I'm just going to give it a little while for people to find the feed. Please feel free to share this video, to pass this video into groups before we get going. Thanks, Claudine. So, as I said, I'm just going to add it to a couple more spots and give it time for people to find it. It is just a, hey Vanessa, it is really just a random channeling that I felt I wanted to do today. I've been feeling to do something around this theme of retrograde, Chiron retrograde till the end of December, or till December-ish. It sort of felt appropriate to sort of do something tonight for the new moon in Leo as well, at the beginning of this potent Leo Lion, Lyran month of August we're in, yeah? Yeah. So just give me a moment or two and I'll be with you guys. Thank you for your patience. So I hope to see some of you in Sydney for the 8888. It will be live in the Crow's Nest Community Centre, Fuller Room. I'll be doing that on Thursday evening, so I'll be heading to Sydney Wednesday through to Friday for one-on-one sessions as well, yeah? So just bear with me a little moment or two. Okay, so welcome everybody that's found this feed tonight. It's an impromptu channel, so whoever's meant to be here is here, of course, and the people, it's always available as a replay afterwards for those that wish to pass this on or to rewatch if you missed it live. So really, I was umming and ahhing whether I was going to do a channeling today. So it's now 6:42. So it's taken me the whole day to get my shit together. And what do I want to say? What's here? I guess today. What's here today? And I feel like there's just quite a funny energy around, you know? It feels a little scattered. It feels a little hard to focus at times. And I feel that's really because there's so much coming in with the solar flare activity, as many people have been posting. I'm sure if you flick down your and scroll down your Facebook feed, most of you will see that in other people's feeds that they're talking about the solar flare activity. It's quite prolific right now, as is expected, you know, in this lead up to the 888 Lionsgate. And this is really always a powerful month, I feel. Always a powerful month of the year for me, energetically. I'm not sure about you guys, but I always find August super strong and super sort of elevating and shifting in what we're going to experience as we come out of it. So I think August is often really a bombardment of frequencies and energies that will activate us and sometimes make it a little bit chaotic as well in the mental mind. As we are kind of trying to integrate and to really align ourselves with these very fast new frequencies. So if you are feeling a little whacked out or overly activated, I mean, it could be that you're feeling quite energized as well. There's a lot of fire energy in this Leo season. So with this new moon in particular, there's quite a lot of heart activation, quite a lot of self-concept stabilization, core stabilization, and that at the same time can bring all that is not that to the forefront. So you may be experiencing patterns of behavior, of mind, of relationship, of relating, because Mercury is just going into retrograde too, about communication, about connection. How is that working for you, and how are you finding ways to shift that, to notice things about yourself, take this energy in to your core and allow it to merge with your consciousness and your chakra pillar, and that will, I feel, allow a merging of energies, spiritual energies in your central channel that brings about a new consciousness about yourself, about yourself. Maybe it comes with information about your soul journey, your soul mission, or even soul gifts. I always feel this 888 energy, and this August is a real step up into more clarity. But of course, before more clarity, we often experience either a dullness or a restlessness or a chaotic mind, and I feel like what's coming up for some of us right now is old patterning, so old narrative, old ways of running our energy. So because there's a lot of energy coming through, if you are somebody that, like myself, can focus too much on the mind, too much on the thinking mind, then you may go a little bit doolally at the moment with all this electrical frequency that's coming through. So this is a time to try and keep it simple, to try and create space, to ground, to anchor in your electromagnetic field into the earth, because it's a real time of heart expansion, of light body expansion, and this is causing quite a lot of internal turmoil. And of course you're seeing it play out in the global stage, where there's a lot more back-to-back events that are causing disruption, polarization, and fiery eruptions within people, whether that's within ourselves, within family members, or even even the countries, So this is very activating, very fast, very fiery, and also at the same time a very creative energy. So if we can channel this flow into new creation, if we can go wide and expand our energy field, it's also a beautiful time to really have inspirational thought. Doesn't mean you're going to produce some new course or new training or new new modality offhand, but it could mean that you sit down with a pen and paper or some coloring pens and pencils and whatnot to be able to create something that then comes into form in the 3D later. So it's not necessary that this is going to happen this month, but it could be that your juices are flowing for inspirational thought, for inspirational information, new information and new energy to support you moving and shifting in your world, in your work. So all of that is quite exciting. and also quite chaotic and also quite exhausting at times. So you could be in any of those phases right now, and that would be perfectly natural for this state of the energies that are coming through. Yeah. So I really just wanted to hop on and say that for starters around the new moon in Leo and the current sort of streams of energies that are quite potentially intense and uncomfortable, yeah? Because, you know, we've got the retrograde of Mercury and we've got the retrograde of Chiron, and then we've got the new moon, and it feels like, I feel like there's sort of like, there's conflicting energies asking different things of us, yeah? So it's important to recognize that that is the truth of this energy, and then plus all the solar activity on top. So it's sort of like we've been pulled in different directions. We've been pulled in different directions. So right now it's important to find your center. And so that is the most important thing right now. More than where you're headed, what you're doing, and clarity or no clarity. It really is a matter of stabilizing your field and coming out of your head, dropping into your heart, your big Leo heart, and knowing that this is a time of activation, this is a time of exhilaration, inspiration, and, you know, big things will flow on from this, but we may not have the protocol in place right now and life plan or clarity in place to know when next. And that's okay too, right, in this energy, yeah? So I posted these little beauties earlier today. I don't think they're Merkabahs because they, the Merkabah's more like a star shape. This is I don't know, somebody can tell me what the name is, because I got told off for calling them Merkabahs before, but I do feel that they still work heavily with the light body. These pieces. Terahertz, obviously, very good for the nervous system, for the light body. So perfect to use terahertz at this moment for supporting your activation and anchoring of this powerful energy that's coming in, yeah, for you, okay? So let me just bring through some light language, I guess, to support your light body, to support you anchoring in just what you need. So as I speak with this light language, really, I just want you to absorb the frequency, absorb the energies that come through my auric field off the screen, and allow your energy just to receive what it needs to receive from these transmissions. As I've said before, it's a very personal process, light language, and you may feel something, you may not, okay? Thank you, Damien, for your, oh my God, what stellated dodecahedron. I love that. It's a very sexy name. So that is what this is, okay? So this is, this is some light language for your light body, so that you may receive this. And I feel like it's coming in for the heart and the high heart space. Yeah, heart and the high heart. Yeah. And really, it is to help us find a deep sense of our own being, our own hearts, in amongst this crazy energy in this crazy world we live in right now. Yeah. So allow this to come in. Yeah. So allow this to come in through your central channel as I work with this light language. I feel this energy is the Lyran Lions, yeah? They're coming in now as part of this edited portal energy field, yeah? And they're coming in to welcome us to this frequency that is around this month, okay? Especially on the 888, okay? Jandotoke buyananaka yananaki ambuyananaka. Shalapokoi patata yananaka boyananaka nakanaka. Shalapatananaka tatanaka potoyotatake patatananaka. Jondatiki patandatiki borondatiki tiki. Jondotatiki patatananakar. Bandandandaka parkandatiki pututoi. Patatica dionaki patakaporkapototica ticatacoria. A jantacorki pananaka to tiki. Jonto to keep it ticket to go to Tatakapuyanaki. Shilepatuto Totika Batankanaka. Ushki Patanakondrikandaka. Ushki Patandaka. Ushki andata bandarakam bandantaka. Shampotika patakandako ki anda Iskelepa duyananaka. Iskala bu uyunanaka. Take a breath. Take a breath. Allow that energy behind the words to merge with your consciousness and your light body and your heart and high heart chakras. Yeah? So that was a blessing from the Lyran Lions. Lyrans, yeah, I think, and Kishiburukotikanaka. And they're saying that your hearts are going through a big change this month. Your heart chakras, yeah. This includes the higher heart chakra, yeah, just above the heart in the thymus area, yeah. They're saying that this is a widening and a deepening of your consciousness and collective field. Yeah. So this is going to push out energies from within, they say. So you can expect that some people will feel quite triggered around you, and yourself, indeed yourself, can feel quite triggered this month because there is a pushing out of what no longer serves in quite a fast and accelerated way, yeah? But they're saying that as much as you can, allow the energies of this month to touch your heart, to marinate in your heart space, and to sort of bring in these codes of silver diamond consciousness. Silver diamond consciousness, yeah? A bit like this, really. Silver diamond consciousness. And this is really to help you again. You know, this has been happening all these years, especially since 2020. We have been fortifying, amplifying, and bringing our energy fields into more resilience as a tribe of starseeds, light workers, blah, 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 so that we can keep continuing to step up in our vibration, our energy body, and be prepared as things keep accelerating and dismantling. We are being prepared to hold more and more vaster, deeper space for the collective field. That's whether you do it overtly or whether you do it on the down low in your everyday practices. Yeah. So I do wish to also work with this cool guy that I posted also today. Clear Quartz, yeah, Clear Quartz dragon. Funky dragon, yeah, I think. This one popped out when I was talking to one of my suppliers from China, yeah. I know, oh my God, he buys crystals from China, how outrageous. I do, unfortunately, I do. Or fortunately, I mean, I don't see the problem with that. But this little guy, I picked up from a Chinese market. I don't think he's got any Wuhan symptoms, but he's very cool, yeah. And he very gentle, very royal frequencies, you know, coming through. I will bring him to the red, I feel, definitely. But again, this is another transmission in this light of the new moon for your heart chakras, yeah? for your heart chakras, and also into the high heart space. So this is to really anchor in, to anchor in more of your knowing, more of your sense of self and uniqueness, so that you you do indeed, Claudine, you can trust yourself to be a little bit more bold in your beliefs, in your expression, and in your stabilization to bring yourself out into the world in whatever way you feel is inspiring to you right now. Very much the Leo new moon energy, yeah? So he is coming in, and he wants to spiral in and down, spiral in and down these frequencies that are sort of like a raining down of this code that's going to come through your central channel. And it does look a little bit like light language symbols, and they come down, they're going to be raining down through the central core, and they're going to come into your channel. And they are diamond coated light from the royal lineages of Lyra that is now ready to be anchored through your field as a preliminary opening and blessing for what you are to receive through your own being this month. Whether you come to my events doesn't matter. You're still, if you just align with the energies, you will receive what is right for you. Of course, if you feel to, you can come and see me on the 8/8 or join me online, but don't need to. It's whatever suits your soul, yeah? So I'm going to bring through these codes now, through your central channel. So allow your crown to open to the 12th plane, 12D consciousness plane, the star system you would know as Lyra. Inside this system, there is a portal of 12 star beings. They have the image of, you would say, lions. And they are sitting in circle, wearing white robes, royal, crowned. They are waving in mudras that are activating key codes through their palm chakras, and they are then allowing these energies to be funneled through this portal that they have created through the awareness of your astral plane into your being. So all in all, just receive what you receive as I speak this light language, okay? Ashkan dedi kabuyonana buki batatoyanana pukotatanana koshketaki. Ashkatati kubototakana kubotatikapatiki Oshka pati kototatika patatokayana o ia o oshka nta ipe teke patatiki patakota tanana ashkiti tiki 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 tata computer diana to kashile tiki 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 patakoti to kiatatana ka kiantata shatatikanda patkoto shibati shubakata kantarka shibati katanaka burki ketika patikoto tika. Take a breath. So I just kind of said to myself, why did I sort of mention that I got this little lovely from China? Yeah, and Spirit just said to me while I was bringing through that light language is that it is important that the crystals of the earth are moved around right now. Yeah, between custodians, between countries, between light workers, because they are receiving codes and giving codes, and they are a way of well, I think for myself anyway, a way for me to transfer energy to people, even if we're not in the same physical contact. Obviously, the crystals are also picking up divine codes, frequencies from different portals of the earth. If you take them on the road or you're visiting another country, do it. It's a powerful way to work with the earth. And I'm hearing that the Lyrans had crystal technology too that was very high vibrational. It sort of felt like a it was sort of like our clear quartz, but it was a material that was not of this realm. More diamond-like in quality, but not even diamond. It was even higher frequency than yes, it all comes from the same guy. But their cosmic frequencies aligned with these diamond crystalline complexes, and this is what they are working with this month for us to receive. So it could be useful that you work with clear quartz or diamond or selenite maybe, but I feel clear quartz to so that we can they will help us to integrate, absorb, and align with these Lyran diamond codes that are coming in for us to receive into our heart complex in the month of August. Yeah. So take a moment. I haven't got my water, but if you have, take a sip of water. Then we will continue. Thank you for your comments, guys. So I just pulled a card from the Black Lilith Cosmic Alchemy pack. This one, guys. I think it's reversed, but you can get the picture. Yeah. And the sun, your soul's purpose. The sun, your soul's purpose. So I feel like all of the energies. Obviously, right now the sun is very active. For a start, it is bringing in strong solar flares that are really firing up our energy field on top of everything else that is happening, which is a hell of a lot. Yeah. So I like to work with this little groover next. So this is a calcite skull. With an aura edge, yeah. And really, so at the same time that we are receiving these diamond energies into the heart space, yeah, and the high heart space, at the same time, because of all of the solar activity layered into this month as well, we are also receiving sun codes. We are also receiving into the solar plexus, I feel, more so than the heart, into the solar plexus. So we are receiving both the masculine and the feminine codes at the same time in unison, so that we are balanced, yes? We are balanced and activated in both channels, both the masculine and the feminine channels. So I think that is why also there is a hijacking and a disruption at the moment through the narratives that have been played out around the Olympics, should we say, is also a distraction around not keeping division going, should we say, yeah. So this activation here is for the solar plexus, yeah, for the solar plexus, yeah. I love tiger's eye. Courage, yes, courage. So this this is an activation for courage, your solar plexus, for strength, for your gut also. If you guys have got issues around the digestion or the gut, we're just working with all that. Yeah. So this is a sun code, and you can see it as like a little spiral of light that's going to go into your solar plexus now. And this is a fire code, and this is to really unify and strengthen that energy field of your solar plexus so that you feel empowered, so that you feel in alignment, and so that you can also hold yourself stable during this hectic month, and receive all that is there for you, yeah, without sort of getting lost in the intensity of it all, yeah. So again, grounding your solar plexus, anchoring your solar plexus, freeing fears, freeing contamination, disruption energies, freeing anything that any negative cords, attachments, releasing all back to divine light and bringing in this golden frequency, okay? Jatuto tike putukun patanana kaputri putukushan tike budanara kaputuya patri tike pututi patika putrika putakantara kaporkashala patiku patatiku putatanaka. Janana kabuto yananaka. Janana pukutadanyana bu I anana kianana. Shalaya bu gianana bu dotateki. Bortataka. Bortatataki. Bortatataki. Hoshkianta. Hoshkianda ratiku, Hoshkianda ratiku, Shalapatiku, Shalabadara tatatata, Palatatatata, Paratatatata, Kiele kiki. So take a breath. So, just letting that one integrate within your being. So again, important, as I said before, to work with the crystals of the earth to support your well-being at the moment, because they are really holding a lot. And if you can channel your energy into them, and you can gift them, and you can work with them in ceremony, and they will amplify your energy field, but also help to hold the depth of the intensity that's coming through for each of us at the moment. So it's powerful work to, and you know, I did a session for myself a month or so ago, and a lot of information came around. For me, around the use of crystals coming back quite strongly from the Atlantean timeline, yeah? So we are really in this ongoing reclaiming of and remembrance of gifts at the same time as we are being invited to release and dissolve negative density and negative patterning that we also picked up along the way in our multidimensional experience of life, yeah, i.e. Different past lives or parallel soul extensions, whatever you want to call them, yeah. So as I speak to you, I'm holding a little wand, which is kind of cool. A little, it's a, it looks like a knife. It's got a handle, but it's also like a wand, and it's gold obsidian. It's kind of funky, very funky. I'm also holding a pink opal angel, and they feel very harmonizing in my central channel. They feel like they are balancing the masculine and feminine, the magician, and the divine feminine, yeah, aspects of me or aspects of all of us, really. Yeah. So let us now bring in this weaving, this like a kundalini weaving of these two energies, masculine and feminine, magician and I'd say Mary Magdalene frequency, you know, the rose. Yeah. So these energies are coming through at the base of your sacral, yeah, and they're going to weave up all the way up to the fourth eye and to the third eye. Yeah. So let's, it's like a clean sweep of energy to allow you to be in alignment to receive all that is here for you today and ongoingly this month. So if you are feeling a little congested or like your mind's getting away with itself or just a little bit disrupted in some way by something someone said, for example, then come back to this little transmission this month and allow it to help to stabilize your energy field so that you may feel more ease, grace and balance to be able to just rest into yourself, to open your hearts and to relax into the moment of this energy that is here for us to receive and anchor in so that we can move forward in new, unexpected ways, unexpected ways. Okay, so just let the energy move through you as I work with this light language. Jandatriki andarabu uyonana pataraki. Jandaraka patrika patarakanaka patarakanaka nakanaka ka naka. Jandaruka putarana na I a o. Jananaka putrika patakanaka patrokoi, kototokoi, butotokotokanaki patanakanaka, ki iskilo urki anna andatrika borku undrika pataka. Andata arka nditki patrikundo oske ndriki. Yandaruku ala ite ku oshondoriki oshondarika barakandariki ashiandariko tuturuka tatandariki iki ishigabatuturukananaki jananaka tutu yanaraka janpatuturukandariki barakandariki. So let the energy weave up through your central channel, starting at the sacrum, let it go through and into the third eye. And then your third eye be light, if you feel it. Take a few breaths, 2 or 3 breaths. So there's so much talk always in Leo season of big heart, big creative energy, big flow, big shifts, you know. So do not be too expectant of yourself this month. Yeah, because sometimes when, you know, the astrologers and the energy workers are sort of saying, hey, manifest, 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 it is also tricky because sometimes it kind of can set up some expectation or it can set up some kind of feeling of, oh my God, I should be doing this right now, I should be moving on, I should blah, 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 blah. And so it's important right now, I feel, to slow things down. If you can, slow your mind down, sitting on the beach, sitting on the earth, doing yoga, whatever you feel. Going to the gym, or the outdoor gym, of course. Whatever floats your boat. You know, this is about allowing your energy to widen, your central channel to widen this month, to be open to receiving these codes. And then once that has been, once you've kind of shifted a little, expanded just a little more in your body, and you know, all these activations, all these amplifications, all these solar energies, all of this is a stepping stone process to us anchoring in more light, becoming more vital, and magnetic in our energy to be able to create from that place more expanded, more holistic, and more service work, if that's your gig. Yeah. So, but there has to be times of settling through the intensity so that you can shift your light body and your energy field to receive more. And that is what we're doing right now, shifting into receiving more in the heart, in the central channel this month. So I would say just don't put too much pressure on yourself because of the intensity of everything that's happening, and because the conflicting of different energies. You could be having 1,001 thoughts that aren't really in alignment with each other. So if that's the case, I would go for a swim, I would do some Tai Chi, I would meditate, I would kickbox, whatever would be useful to move the energy. Just because if you're stuck in a habit thinking pattern, it's just going to loop. And is that useful time of energy? You know, so again, not putting too much pressure on yourself this month to perform, to be something, to create something new and shiny. Yeah. So what else have I got for you in the crystal store tonight? Yeah. So I think I'll just finish off. I don't know, I'll finish off with this one. Yeah? How cool is this? Yeah, so swimming helps me too, Raoul. So much so. This one is called amber calcite. Yeah? It's kind of cool. So this is really like nectar for your hearts, and just a bit of a balm, soothing balm. So if you've been giving yourself a hard time, if you feel like you should be further along in your process or some such thing, yeah? Yeah, good enough to eat, hey Claudine. This is sweetness, this is nectar, this is honey for your heart. This is a reminder of self-love, because also in this Leo season, because I've got a Leo moon, so I can be quite emotionally intense. I think you're probably surprised about that, hey? But, you know, this Gojondoriana, this is a nectar for your hearts, where you have this tendency to be too pushy, too hard, too forceful, too expectant, too much, yeah. And then, of course, that leads to the sense of depletion, not enough, and so it goes round and round, yeah? So, take a breath, release all that, yeah? And then come into your hearts right now and receive this golden honey activation for your hearts, a sweetness for your heart chakra, that is not about achieving, not about doing anything, not about even being anything in the world, but just simply a sweetness of your own heart space, that you can feel this love for yourself that is eternal, that maybe sometimes is caught in shadow or going underground somewhere, but it's always there for all of us. So receive this frequency into your hearts now. Allow it to wash through your heart space, and in unexpected ways bring in lightness, sweetness, and kindness to your life. Okay. Feels like this is the golden angels, if you will. Golden angels. Shanda tiki pitiki putu tutika patananaka patatananka. Shalapatiku putu yanana pakatiki pitiki pitiki piti. Shalapaku yananaka. Shalapuku yanana pukutu. Bananaka iti. Shalapatiku yananaki patatatatatatatata. Shalapatutututu yututui tatakana. Shalapatutu yananaka. Shalaputu yananakanaka. Shalapatataki. Shalapatataki putuku. Shunyana. Shunyanaka, Shunyanaka, Naka, Kanaka, Kianaka, Ushkianaka, Kianaka, Daka. So just take a breath here. Just be gently allowing your heart chakra to receive and open, hey Fiona, that energy, that golden light. Sending you so much love to you, Fiona, at this moment, with everything that's going on. So I'll finish off with one more card, yeah, from Black Moon Lilith, yeah. Black Moon Lilith. What does she have to say tonight? Black Moon Lilith in Cancer. Honor your emotions. Honor your emotions. So I think that really fits in with what the month's about, you know. It is a heart month, this Leo heart, yeah? It is a heart month, so that could mean that you have big emotions, big experience, big feelings, and to sort of not push those aside, not ignore them, not expect that you should be something different, but let them move you, let them give you information, let them support you in healing if that's where you're at. But all in all, to be in your own energy and not to be too worried about what's going on in other people's processes. Let them have their process and go inward and do your work. That's really what this month is about. Receiving these codes, receiving these activations, allowing things to bubble up, allowing the intensity to move and shift you so that you can be renewed and re-anchored, recentered, and reaffirmed in your heart and in your solar plexus, in your being, you know, seat of the soul, ego, heart, solar plexus, yeah? So we are going through yet another death rebirth, yeah? It's always that these days, isn't it? Death rebirth, death rebirth, death rebirth. So layers upon layers of that sort of energy moving through, yeah? So, so I think that's all that I wish to say for tonight. Thank you for joining me on the fly and tuning into this session. I'll post it on YouTube so you can have it there if you wish to revisit. Might be a useful transmission that you listen to and work with during this month if you want to just work with these heart transmissions. If of course you're in Sydney for the 8/8 portal, I will be there. That's Thursday evening. I will do a 2-hour transmission from Crow's Nest at the community centre. So it's also available online, 6:15 to 8:15. My favourite of the year, really, the 8/8. I always feel a lot of energy coming through. When I started doing the transmissions for the 8/8, I don't know, maybe around 2015, it was very much focused on Egypt and very much focused on Sirius. Yeah. Yes, please. If you're coming and you don't want to have chairs, but if you want to sit, it's a community centre, so you'll need to bring your own rugs and cushions, etc., to keep cozy and seated. There will be chairs as well, yeah. But as I was saying, with the 8/8, it's kind of, for myself, it's transitioned over the years away from so much the Egyptian timeline just by the by, I'm much more focused over the last 2-3 years around Lyra and the Lyran frequencies. So I feel that that will be a core focus of the event. I also feel that there's this energy coming through for the fusion of the lion and the dragon. You know, because I've been working so strongly with dragon frequencies this year, being the year of the dragon and all in Chinese astrology, but also I feel they've really coming in, that the dragons at the moment, to really help us power up, empower, and really strengthen. And I feel like there's this union or fusion or in the core of us that wants to come through, working with these two different frequencies. So it'll be interesting to how that plays out on the night. As always, I don't know offhand exactly how the energies are going to play out and what's going to come through. It's a kind of suck it and see moment. And so if you feel inspired, come along, or you can join the online session. These events are always my higher self bringing through what's here for everybody in the room, in the actual room, but also the etheric field of the greater group. That's you at home as well. So it'll be an interesting event. There's also been quite a lot of upheaval in the suburb of Crow's Nest in Sydney. So for those that aren't in Sydney, the Crow's Nest area is on the north shore of Sydney, and recently, over the last 5 years or so, they have been tunneling underneath that suburb to put in a new metro or tube station. And that's also impacting the local geography. They'll be putting in different unit blocks and blah, blah, blah. So the whole interface of that area is changing. Now, I've had an office there since a very long time. And I still have an office there. So I know the area, and it's a very high vibrational area for Sydney. You know, there's a lot of therapists and healers and the such like in that suburb. If you're choosing to work in Sydney and you're from Sunny Coast or elsewhere, it's a great place to work because the energy is quite high. It's also called Crow's Nest because it's the highest point. So it's quite a beautiful energy. Anyway, all in all, I've been guided that there'll be this kind of also anchoring in of a golden pillar. That will also be our own golden pillar, but that also will be an anchoring in of a golden pillar for that geographical location, because I feel like there's a needing of a new stabilization force. And what I heard as I was thinking about or getting that sort of nudge to do that is that there will be other groups around the 8-8 that are also anchoring in pillars. So it's like all around the world, we are Earth, if you will. We will be anchoring in light. And so if you feel inspired to do something in that vein, if it resonates with you, whether it's with me or on your own, it might be something that you feel is in alignment. Go ahead and do it in your own personal practice during that time. I feel like we're really being called to anchor in these pillars, these new codes, so that we can help with this shift that is happening very quickly now. In the next 6 months, lots of shifts. Yeah, so we are being energetically prepared through this portal to be able to be really anchored and stable in a fast of oscillating frequency. Yeah, and as we are stable in that, we won't get buffeted by the chaos, and we'll be able to then we can hold that we can hold that in ourselves, so that we can help those that are struggling. Yeah, so it's important at this time to be working with that. Yeah, to be working with that. So as always, keep an eye on my page for the Dorshonana for crystals that may or may resonate with you. I'll bring a stash to the 888 so you can have a little shufti through while I'm there, yeah? But always, whether it's my crystals or other people's, I think it's useful to be working with crystals right now, yeah? So I will be in Sydney from the 7th to the 9th. If you wish to connect for a private one-on-one session in person in Crow's Nest in my office there, you can. You can send me a message. There's a few spots available. I think that's all I want to say for tonight. Thank you for sharing your space, your evening with me. Thank you for sharing the Leo new moon with me. I hope this energy transmission was supportive for you. I just want to say one last thing around the Lionsgate and other such portals as well. I mentioned in the podcast I did with Marantha this week, I just really want to say, and this isn't trying to create division or polarization or all of that stuff that's sort of flying around every group in town on Facebook at the moment, but this is really just an opinion, and this is just my opinion, so take it or leave it, and if you don't agree with it, it's totally fine. I guess where I come from when it comes to portals, like the 8-8 or a new moon or a full moon or, a solstice or an equinox or blah, blah, blah. There's often, especially these days where where everything is so up for discussion and, there's 200 memes about it before it's the event's even over, yeah? So, I just want to say in that note that really trust and discern energy for yourself, because sometimes, in regards of the Lionsgate portal, for example, people say to me, oh my God, how do you know it's not hijacked? How do you know it's the right date? It should be then, it should be here. We shouldn't be celebrating this at all. We shouldn't be gathering at this at all. It's all dark agenda, blah, blah, blah. It's all been hijacked, it's all blah. And I'm not naive. I'm not just some love and lighter that's sort of thinking, oh, there's no nefarious energies out there. We have nothing to worry about. I still think that, you have to be on your game and trust yourself and protect at times and ask for support and whatever you need in your work, in your energy work. But I do feel that you have to also be careful about fear-mongering that goes on, where sometimes there's opportunities to receive energies. There's opportunities to receive energies. You can put your protection around you. You can put ask for Archangel Michael to be by your side, and you can ask for only the benevolent energies to be received through your auric field. But if we kind of say that everything is hijacked, then we don't get an opportunity to receive the energies. And some of these energies are important to receive and upgrades. And some of the game that's played out here is that let's just keep people in so much fear and distrust that they're not open to anything. And so as Claudine has beautifully spoken there, I think it's about intention. If you have an intention of goodwill and benevolence and supporting your own evolution, those of the group and the collective, then I think you and protect yourself as such. I feel that or to gather on such dates is useful and amplifying. Yeah, as we gather on potent dates, we are amplifying energies together, and we can receive a deeper transmission of code, a deeper shift, and anchor more light. So that's all I want to say. I'll stop banging on about that because I've mentioned it a couple times lately, but it does frustrate me a little. So I wish you well over your August month. Please join me again. Keep an eye on my page for all the goodies that I share. I hope that you're all traveling well in this month. It's big, yeah. You know, the energies are big. We're being pushed often to the limit, yeah. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye for now.